Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katie, for those who have for some reason forgotten, and this is Books R Us. So today I am going to be talking about a subject that I've been wanting to talk about for a while and just couldn't find the words for it. So I finally sat down and wrote out some ideas, and that is TBRs. So the to be read shelves. So I have a fairly large TBR shelf on Goodreads. Um, it's well over 500 books, and that's with me cutting down a lot of them within the past year. Even within the past 3 months alone, I've cut down maybe 60 of those books. So that itself, I have little problem with because I feel it's healthy maybe not to have 500 plus books on your TBR, but to have a good amount of books that you want to read and that you someday want to get to. So that I'm okay with because you have a bunch of different things you want to read. You can choose when to read them. My big thing that I've been kind of working at and reconciling within myself is like the monthly TBRs or the weekly TBRs, as opposed to just picking up whatever you feel like. I've seen several people on BookTube talk about this in like bigger videos. So they'll like do a TBR and then, as a side comment, mention this topic or something along those lines. But I kind of want to mention it. So for me personally, especially within the past few months, I should say, or at least I should say within the past few months that I've started BookTube, which was almost a year ago now. I've noticed that sometimes I'll do TBRs for like Booktubeathon or different months. I'll do different TBRs. Like I have this book that I got in one of the boxes I got. I think it was from Owlcrate. Yes, it's through our Owlcrate. You can write out your TBR for the month, which I think it's very helpful. But at the same time, I like this month. I only have 4 books on this, because I found that last month. Let me get to that month. I had a bunch of books on my TBR. There we go. I had a bunch of books on my TBR last month that I felt I needed to read. And I didn't get to all of them. And I felt bad afterwards because I'm like, dang it, I didn't meet my goal. I wanted to read all of these books. So I felt bad. So my list for this month is about half of that. Just because, one, I know I can get through these 4 books this month, and I've already gotten through 2 of them. I'm waiting for one of them to come in from the library, but I'm just like, I have like if it's for a challenge, I'll do a TBR. But like a month, I'm more of a mood reader, so I'm like, oh, what do I want to read now? I'll pick that out. And sometimes it's books that I have put on hold from the library, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I want to read this now, so I put it on hold. Turns out I'm like number 4 or 5 in the whole system, and we only have like 3 copies available, so it'll take like a month to come in or however long to come in. And by the time it comes in, I no longer want to read it. So it's like this video is a little all over the place. I'm sorry about that, but I think that TBRs are a good starting point, but I have to hold myself accountable, or not accountable, but I can't hold myself up to such a high standard, which is a problem for me because I do that a lot. I hold myself up to such a high standard of I have to finish every single book on this list. So I have to realize that, one, if I do a TBR for a certain month and it's not part of like a BookTube challenge, it has to be shorter. It, from what I've noticed, it can't be more than 4 or 5 books. If it's for a challenge, it's fine because usually those require like a certain number of books. But if it's more of like a day-to-day thing and I don't really have a TBR I'm following, then, choose whichever. So what I'm trying to say is that if you have a TBR, great. If you don't, great. But if you're like, yes, I need a TBR all the time, I can't do it without, try like a month without a TBR and see what happens. See what goes on, like how you choose your books then. Like you may still like think like, oh, I have this list that I want to read. I mean, like I do too. It's my TBR on Goodreads. But it's like out of those books, what do I want to read currently? Or what's on my shelf that I haven't read yet that I just want to pick up and read on the way to work or on the way home or wherever. Or if you are a just a mood reader, try a TBR once in a while and see how that works for you. And see what's different between the two. So, whatever you guys feel like, do it, but try something different in the next month, see how it works. That is all I have for you guys today. I know it's a shorter video than I am used to doing. However, I thought that this was really a good topic to talk about today because I have seen a few people on BookTube talking about this in like side comments and bigger videos, and as well as my own personal experiences with TBRs in general. If you have any comments, please start a conversation in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys and see what you guys think, because I think this is really, might not be like the most important topic to talk about, but it is a conversation starter, I guess you would say. With that, I will see you guys later and hope you guys are all good.